Hi, welcome back to Knit for Brains podcast. This is episode 156 of our knitting, crocheting, sewing, whatever craft we're up to. I'm Laura Brady. Karen was not able to join us today, so I'm flying solo. You can find us on Instagram, Ravelry, Facebook, and also Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. And we will go ahead and start with new bags that I have put in the Etsy store since I've seen you guys last time. Let me see. I have sold through quite a few of them, but I got a little stack left. So, got a Easter Gnomes small cross stitch bag. The inside is orange. And we'll move on to sock size bags. Those beautiful flowers. The inside is the blue that is on the top. And I've got two of the sock size. In the Gnomes Easter print, I have two of the sock size available still. Have some llamas on blue with the white and blue polka dot inside. I've got two of those. I think that's it for the sock size. So moving on to the medium drawstring bags. Easter Gnomes. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. I am down to only one of the flowers and one of the llamas. I have a couple of the small wireframe bags, Easter one, and these unzip and they have the wireframe where it holds it open, so it's kind of like a little bucket. So one of those, and I've got two of the llamas in the small wireframed. In the large wireframed llamas bag, I have one of those left. And this is a really good size bag. This is the one I use for sweaters. So that's all been added to the shop since I saw you guys last, and that is Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. Karen's not here to do the weather report. It's quite lovely out today. It is 44, sunny. Of course, we have a little wind, but not too bad. It's supposed to be, I think, up to 48 tomorrow, so that means I'll be able to go outside and do some walking. FOs. I have 8 FOs this time. And I will just grab one. Okay, so this one is the yarn is from Arkansas Yarn Co. on her Yummy Sparkle base. And the colorway is Butt Busting Betty. That's Arkansas Yarn Co. And the pattern I did not bring my phone. I was going to show you guys pictures. That is the pattern, which is the Scotch Broom. Let me make sure I didn't drop it down somewhere. Nope. Wonder if I can just message him on here. I don't know how to do it. Now, let's see. I might be a little wonky in. All right, so I said I was going to get it done for the winter party, and I did. And I wore it. Hey, bring me my phone. And this is, I wanted to show a picture. And yes, I walkied you as I'm recording.
No.
Let's see. It goes this way because it has a high-low hem. Okay, being this close is hard, but let me just kind of, I can't tell if you guys can see it or not. So I did get it finished. Plenty of time. Even had, sorry guys, even had time to block it. I don't know if I have a good picture of me. I knew I took pictures because I was sending them to somebody. I think I have pictures, but they're not happy face pictures. Maybe not. I'll have to get pictures in it next time I wear it. It looked really cute though. I know I sent Joan a picture, but we text so much and I'd never be able to find it. So yeah, I really enjoyed this pattern. I like the fit. I'll probably do another one again, would be my guess, at some point. Didn't take a whole lot of yarn, so that was nice as well. So that's number one. You gotta remember to keep this pattern because I have some info written on it that I need to keep. All right, up next is a pair of Journey socks. The yarn is Lollipop yarn in the Elf colorway. Guys, I was really sweating it on this. I did not think I was going to be able to finish these. I did not think I was going to have enough yarn. And I did it. This is all I had left after I bound off. So it was really close. It's nice not to have leftovers. Because, well, you guys can't see my vase right now, but it's overflowing. Even though Karen did take some last time she was here, it's pretty full again. But thankfully I did finish. I kept on going because I had already had the one sock done and I was on the second one. So I figured, I knew it was going to be really close. So I figured if all else fails, they're just for me. I would have just grabbed a red or a white and have to, you know, do the very tip of the toe. And it would have been fine because, well, it's in your shoes anyways. But that's how they turned out. I was happy though that I had enough. It always looks, you always have that fear that you're going to run out when it's getting close, but there's always more yarn there than what it looks like, thankfully. So there's another pair of those. I have lots of room today to set stuff out. Let's keep with the socks. So last time I had shared with you my Hallmark kit that I had gotten from, Ramblin' something. Hold on, let me tell you. Ramblin' Needles. And it was the Christmas Eve Hallmark cast on. The colorway, the main colorway, was called Tree Lighting Ceremony. And I had gotten it in the DK weight. So I had knit a pair of the 4 Hour sock by Lauren Slagle, which is Lolo Did It. So I knit a pair of those, which was this pair here. And I think I discussed last time that I could have done them like 2 or 3 rows longer. But I thought they fit. I mean, they're going to stretch, but actually the smaller pair, I'm going to see if they will fit my daughter Alisha, then she can have those. But I weighed the yarn and I had more than enough to do another pair, obviously, because I still have this left after doing the second pair. The red mini, yet again, was fairly close, cutting it close. I mean, I had more than enough, so that's a good thing. So on these, I did add in just a couple rows, just so they're a little longer, and then they came up a little bit higher on my foot, up on my ankle, where it didn't feel like it's sliding down. So I got the second pair of those done. And this is a very enjoyable and quick knit. Definitely recommend the pattern. I did it exactly as it was written, other than there is an option of doing the cast on in the main color and the toe color. So like if you wanted a little bit of the red in there as well. To me it didn't matter, so I didn't bother doing that. But I used the needles she called for. I followed all directions. I used her heel that was in the pattern, her toe shaping that was in there. So that was really good. And I don't even know if you can tell. Let me see. So this is, I think this is the longer one. You're probably not going to be able to tell because I had them on my feet. No, I don't think so. Well, now I'm going to have them confused. I thought I had these separated, but I might not have. Okay, yeah. So it's not longer by much, but enough to add a little bit on there. Okay, so these are the small ones I need to have Alisha try, because she has shorter feet than me. And let me just confirm these are the same size. They are. Ta-da! Perfect. All right, so I was hoping I used up the whole skein, but there's still a little bit left. That's okay. I will knit these again. In fact, I'm probably going to either pull yarn, hold fingering double, or see if I have any DK weight with the nylon in it. I'm not 100% sure. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna do another pair of those. I might wait until I have Alisha try these on, and if they fit her how I knit these, then I might go ahead and make her a few pairs. So I might hold off on casting on at this point. Alright, my last few are not going to surprise anybody because I seem to have a few of these each time. I did 3 washcloths. This is, I don't know if it had a colorway. It might have been ripped. So it's just out of the sugars and cream. It's like a reddish color. I got 2 of those. And then I had a pair of, or I had some Knit Picks dishes sitting near me. So I did one of those. So I need to go into the closet and pull out some more cotton to start some more dishcloths. It's just a nice fill-in, and I did these when my thumb was acting up really bad, but I'm fine for knitting these. So that's when I did those. And then also during a thumb flare-up, I did some more Christmas ornaments. And my bag looks really full because I filled it up today with a bunch more of the clear balls. Well, let me tell you what pattern I'm using because I did have a comment last time. People wanting to know. So I am using, it's by General Hog Buffer, and it's called Balls Up. And that's what it looks like. That's the pattern that I have been using. And I did 2 more. So I got a pink, and it does have some, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it does have some sparkle to it. And then I did a blue one. Just set those down there. That just went rolling. So that's it this time for FOs. All right. Next up will be whips. I have a few things that I'm working on, and I have a few new things I casted on because I've pretty much have cleared through all my old whips at this point. This is a new cast on. Can't get it unzipped. It is a pair of Journey socks, and I am using the Cozy Knitter Winter Sky, which I had picked up at a Goodwill, so it's just the blues. And then I am holding it with this, which is Stellaris. Oh, I have my finger in the way. So then it adds some sparkle. Let me grab the dot blocker. It adds some sparkle to the yarn, which I was just knitting on these at when we went out to eat today. Well, maybe I can't get it on the sock blocker. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I was just work on these when we went out to eat today, and my husband saw that it was 2, and he's like, why is that separate? I said to make it, and he says, don't you want the sparkle connected? And I'm like, well, yeah, but that's how that's coming out, and I can't tell because we don't have the TV screen on today, just the camera, but it definitely adds a little bit to it. Oop. So yeah, I started those the other day. I will try them on when I hit the rows. Like, I know how many rows I normally knit. As I'm getting closer, I will try it on. It doesn't seem to me like it's adding. I mean, that's so thin. It's honestly like a piece of thread. So I don't think it's going to affect how many rows I need to knit or anything like that, but I will double check just to be on the safe side. So that's one. This next one you guys have seen a few times. Still slowly working on it. And it is the Checkermate hat. Nope. Checkerwork. Why did I think of May? Checkermate. Where did I get that from? So it's the Checkerwork hat. The yarn is Biscotti in the Titanic colorway. So it's a lot of blue and brown and beige. And I am knitting this for my son-in-law. And I'm getting really close. Let me measure here. Because I have to knit to 7 inches. And I want to say I was really darn close. I'm at 6.5. So I have half an inch more, and then I start the decreases. I love the way it comes out. Let me flip it over so you can see where I was at last time. I think I had moved that up last time. So this is going to be really cute. And then I'm hoping to get this done, and then I will also do the same pattern in a sparkled yarn for Alisha, because they have birthdays that are like a couple days apart. So they'll have different yarns, but same hat, so kind of matching. And it doesn't appear as though this is going to take too much. I want to say, let me just tell you. Yeah, you only need 50 grams of a self-striping sock yarn, so it's only going to use half the skein. So I can use the other half for a pair of journey socks or for something else, or make a second one of these. I shall decide. And I'm going to try to be good and make the decision. It'll probably be journey socks, and I'll try to cast those on right away. That way this doesn't just end up in my vase next to me. And I have my little Pac-Man Ghost needle stoppers on there. Okay. My next one we'll go here next. Kind of mixed it up a little bit, is a cross stitch project. And I didn't do a whole lot on this, but I did do some. And this is my one that is going to say, my favorite color is glitter. So, since last time, I finished the gray outline. And yes, that is on sparkled Ada cloth, and I am using sparkled floss, which has been a major pain. If you use the metallic floss like that, you gotta be careful once you weave it in and knot it and all that stuff, not to cut it too short, because it has this way of just coming right back out. So you want to leave it a little bit longer than what you normally would. So now my next step is to, with the same dark silver, is to do a frame on the inside here. That will go all the way around here. And then it gets some little pink in each corner. And then I just have to do the lettering. So I don't work on it a whole lot, just kind of here and there. Even doing the cross stitch gets to my thumb because of having to pinch the needle. So, and I probably death grip it, knowing me. Okay, so there's that. One of the whips that has been in my whip pile for a bit, I did decide I am continuing on with it, so I did a little bit of work on it. The pattern is the, I think it's Whidbey bag. The yarn I'm using is just a Joy DK that I had left over from the kids' sweaters, and it's really nice and soft. I don't know the colorway or anything because I didn't keep the label. Let's see. So this is the top where the drawstring is going to go. But I'm going to flip it over so you guys can see how much progress I made from the progress keeper there all the way up. And it does have a little fuzzy. I had it in the yarn, so I need to deal with that, get that cleaned up. But so yeah, I did get quite a bit of work done on it. I had quite a bit more of just knitting, I believe. I don't know, I'll have to end up measuring it, looking at the directions, so. But at least I am back to working on it again. Okay, this is a new cast on and a new to me pattern. So the pattern is, I was looking through my Ravelry library, I believe, for something, and I saw this in there and I went, oh, well, let me do some of those. It's called the Boxwood Mitts. And let's see, it's a textured mitt that can be easily personalized in both width and length. Boxwood mitts are an easy knit. And that's what it looks like. So, I believe it was last time I had shown I had purchased some blue fingering weight yarn at Goodwill. So I'm putting it to use already. And I did do a oops on these, but I did not care enough to go back because they're probably just for me. So I'm just like, it doesn't matter. And you can, it's an obvious whoops. You see right here. I forgot to do the one row, or a couple rows of the pearls or whatever, and I realized it pretty much when I was like up here, and I'm like, I don't care enough to go back. So it's a pair of mitts, but yeah, I think they're gonna be cute. I got the thumb on hold already. So different mitt than what I normally make, and I wasn't sure if I would like doing the it in fingering weight because I'm used to doing DK gloves and those go so fast, but these aren't bad. Mainly because there is a little bit of a patterning texture to them. Otherwise I would probably be bored out of my mind by the time I actually got a mitt done. If it was just knit. I almost forgot there was up there. I do that all the time. Oh, I have a couple more new cast-ons. Okay, this one is a cowl. No, I don't have a better picture. It's called the Aerial Scarf, designed by Sandy Prosser, but it's actually a cowl. Let me see if I can fold this so you can see without me showing you the whole pattern. It is all lace. And it's not one where you can, how do I want to put this? You can't put stitch markers, like there's not set amounts each time. So it's a little harder to keep track of. It's definitely not one that I can watch. I can knit while watching a really interesting show. The yarn, I accidentally threw the tag away when I was caking it. It is Malabrigo. I do not know. Maybe it'll tell me on here. because it's the exact same as what they used in the pattern. Excuse me. No, it doesn't tell me the colorway. So I'm not 100% sure. It's Malabrigo. I know that much. And I don't have a ton done. It does have some new techniques or new stitches that I'd never done before. So that was interesting. It was a provisional cast on. And that's what it looks like so far. So I'm not too gosh awfully far, and this is probably going to be one of those ones that sticks around for quite a while where I am not really knitting on it a whole lot. Just because, like I said, I can't really watch too interesting of a show when I'm knitting it, or I tend to lose place of where I'm at. I do need to knit on it enough that I remember how to do those new stitches. Because I think this is the one that had new stitches. Oh, it might not be. Hold on. I might be confusing. No, there's no new stitches on this one, so I'm good. It's my new sweater I cast on that I learned new stitches. That's what it was. Okay, so there's that. Oops, I just lost yarn. I tried to work on the plastic canvas a little bit, but that was during the time where I was having thumb issues, and it just tended to flare up my thumb worse. But I almost got a second coaster done, Donald Duck. So I'm slowly but surely working on that. All right, I'm gonna have to catch my yarn. Oh, my whole bag was open and I didn't realize it, and everything came crashing out of it. Needles, yarn. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Okay, we're good to go now. All right, so I decided to cast on a sweater using the yarn that I dyed, and it is called Rainbow Delight. It is 80% superwash, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. It's very pretty. And the pattern I'm doing, oh, I could show it to you caked up. That's what it looks like caked up. I caked up 2 of them to start with. I do have a third one just in case. I have no idea which ball is connected to the sweater. Not that one. Okay. And I just casted this on last night. And this is the one that had a new stitch in it that I had not done before. I'm going to pull up a picture because my printer did not print the colored right, so it doesn't really show very well. It's called Summer Trellis by Jill Zielinski, aka Knitterella. Okay, and that's what it looks like. Of course, you guys know me. I am going to do the short sleeve version of it. And I'm going to have to check things because when I measured, I was like really in between sizes. So I went with the bigger size, and I'm not 100% sure that was the way to go or not to go. So once I get past the yoke, once I separate for sleeves, but get past the yoke, separate for sleeves, do a couple rounds, I'll probably try it on just to get an idea. Now, like I said, I just started this, so not very far, and yet, oh, I even lost my, there it is. It also was a provisional cast on. And you go back later and do the neckline, which is, I don't know if you guys noticed, it's a, yeah, it's a rolled neckline. But you go back and you do that last, that way you can kind of customize it to how you want, how far up you want it, that sort of thing, which is perfect for me because I can't have anything too high up. So there's not a whole lot to show yet. And it doesn't make it easy because it's rolling. So I did start the trellis work, which I don't know that it's really going to show very well in this yarn, which whatever, I'm fine with. You definitely can't really see it yet. I didn't know I didn't shut my watch off. Joan. I'm podcasting. You can't really see it yet. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it at all, even as it gets bigger. I don't know. Time will tell. It's, let me see. I can't do this backwards. Okay, the start of it is in between my 2 fingers of the trellis. I kind of knew that going into it, but I don't know. We'll see how it plays out, but I think you might, as it gets bigger, be able to see it a little bit because you can kind of see it there. I don't know. But I wanted to get another sweater on the needles. Oh, I'll do that next. And I've been wanting to use this yarn, so I was like, okay, let's get it going. And on this one, I have my little Pac-Man guys. Because I have it in my retro bag that has Pac-Man in it. Or on it, not in it. Okay, so the reason why I cast on a new sweater, if you remember from the previous episode, I said I had the market bag in my whip thing, a stuffy that I had started quite a while ago that I needed to figure out if I'm finishing, not finishing. Have not touched that yet. And then another sweater, which I needed to make a decision on. The sweater was a Hohi pattern, which I've done some, like a couple of her shawls, which I was fine with. But typically, my brain works differently than hers, so I tend to have a few issues with her patterns. It was the lounging top. So I got it out, and I started looking at it, because I hadn't touched it in a while. And then I started looking ahead at what was coming, and blah, blah, blah. The yarn is yarn I got when I was in Vegas. It is Sparger Yarn Company, and the colorway is Country Fair, and I had 2 skeins of this. Well, guys, I made the decision, as you can tell from this ball. I tore the sweater out. I've decided I don't want to do it. And it was probably just going to, even if I picked it up and I started working on it, I was going to get to a point again where I just set it aside and I did not work on it. So I took it out. It is what it is. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these 2 skeins at some point. It'll happen. I'll figure it out. So now I'm down to the only whip that I have remaining that I am not currently knitting or crocheting on is that stuffy, which I said I need to still get out and figure out for sure what I'm going to do with that, which I will get to soon. Sorry, I've been talking a while. That is all the whips that I have. Acquisitions. I have one acquisition, which I absolutely love. So I ordered this a bit ago. I told you guys about it. It was from Hank's Yarning Company. And it was the... It was like the Valentine's Schitt's Creek. It's called 4 Months. So I got the package in the mail and I was like, oh my goodness, what is this? Because I could feel like it wasn't just a skein of yarn. So I was quite puzzled. So I had to open it right away. And guys, there was this heart. And then the yarn was wrapped in tissue paper and was, you know, underneath this. Which I was like, oh, that's so cute. And when I went to untie the ribbon, I saw that, like, it actually, the ribbon, like, threads through there. And it's so cute. It's the little things for me. And then I was like, oh, please don't be, like, a box of chocolates or something. Because I've been trying to be a good girl lately. It wasn't. I'm going to try to hold this up because it looks so cute without dumping it. So I opened it up and this is what I saw. So there is, oh, strawberry cupcake, glittered lollipop. Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. There is sweetheart, conversation hearts. There's a cup, like 3 chocolates. There is the inspiration photo from the Schitt's Creek. And as I mentioned, the yarn is called 4 Months. And it's so cute. The stitch markers, guys. Hold on, I'm trying to arrange them so I can show you better. There we go. Look at those. There's hearts. There's a little chocolate chip cookie. So cute. I love them. Let me show you the back of the card so you can see the name. Okay, then there was Soak. Chamomile tea. Sticker, it says, you look like you have a clean mouth. And then there was 2 minis. Oops, I just dropped the yarn. This one's called Clean Mouth. That's from the show, so. And this one's called Sloppy Mouth. And then let me grab the yarn I actually dropped. And then the skein. I got their soft sock, 438 yards. 100% superwash merino. And as I said, it is called 4 Months. I'm going to pull this so you guys can see the speckles. So good. She has not disappointed me in on any of the Schitt's Creek clubs that I have purchased. And I know she's not doing like the club each month now, but I hope she continues to like do these sets for like the holidays because I'm quite enjoying them. And like I said, I was very impressed when I got this because, I mean, honestly, I expected a skein of yarn and maybe like a stitch marker attached to it. So when I got the package out of the mailbox, and I'm like, I could feel that big heart. I was like, what is going on? And I don't know if it said that it came with mini ears or not. I can't remember. But yeah, to get the 2 minis, and I just thought it was really nice. So I was quite happy with that purchase. I do not have any Goodwill finds for you this time. And this was like the only thing I had on order, so I have nothing else coming. Trying to behave myself and knit for my stash, which I've been being very good at, but we'll see if that continues, because YarnCon is in April, and I do imagine I'll be going to that. You don't typically go to a yarn event and not purchase yarn. So, that is all my acquisitions. And I had a feeling this would be a quick one because it's just me. TV watching. Okay. So I've been kind of splitting between. So I'm still watching A Million Little Things. Absolutely love it. Totally hooked on it. I did see a preview that the farewell season is starting soon-ish, but I'm only on season 3 right now, so been watching that. The newest season of You just came out on Netflix. Well, it's not the whole season yet. They dropped, I think, 6 episodes on the 8th of February, and then 9th of February, and then March 9th, I think they dropped the last 6 episodes. So I did watch a couple of the episodes of that when I was watching, like, early evening time frame, or late afternoon time frame, because that's one of those shows that I can't watch before I go to bed. So I watched a couple episodes of that, and then I went back to A Million Little Things. Other than that, I'm not caught up on my TV watching. My DVR is starting to fill out just a little bit, but it'll be fine. I'll catch up really quick. I finished another book, but didn't happen to write it down, and I just threw the book in the Goodwill pile to be donated. I think that's everything. Do I have any baby news? I did not take little man to dance last week because he was feeling under the weather. So I just took Peanut, and that was fun. Did the birthday party happen before? When did I record last? No. So Peanut had her 4th birthday. Her theme was unicorns. Well, here's a picture of her brother and her dad with her. They had a really pretty cake. Let me see if I have a picture. How pretty that was. She was in the bounce house most of the time, and I didn't chase around to get pictures at the bounce house, but here she is eating a cupcake. She had a good time. Anytime there's a bounce house involved, she's having a great time. And we went to our house afterwards and watched her open her presents and all that. So that was good. Other than that, I don't have anything else for you. Hopefully Karen will be back next podcast. Until then, check out the bags at Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. And if you could like, subscribe, and ring the bell for the podcast, that would be great. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.